into the Lycamobile Jaguars Jam, Week 12. The Jags and the Buffalo Bills coming up this Sunday. JP Shadrick with left tackle Ereck Flowers. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here, and it's the holiday week. We'll get to all that coming up. Questions from the UK today. Let's get it started with the media. Anthony Wooten from Love Sport Radio has the first question today. Let's look back to last week. How soon do you get over a loss like the one against Pittsburgh?
24-hour rule. Win or loss, you got to forget about it.
That's it, one day, huh?
That's it, one day.
You look at the film, you put it away, and then you look to the next one.
Yeah, on to the next one.
So when you look at the film the next day, I mean, take us through that process. How long is that Monday? What time do you get in? What's the meeting schedule like? And all
so
that?
You get in depending on treatment, and then you get in, you do your treatment, you do your recovery, then you come in, you watch film. I want to say we start the film around 12:30, and then you're out the building around maybe 3-something.
Okay.
So after that, then you pretty much flush it down the toilet and start on the next week because it's a fast turnaround.
It is.
You gotta go through a bunch of, recovery and get ready for the next weeks of practice.
Get your body right because you're on the field Wednesday, to get back out there again. Fan question from Martin Harmon. How are you finding Jacksonville and the Jaguars? And was it easy as you were being reunited with Coughlin? This is an interesting dynamic here because you have some familiar faces in the front office and the coaching staff here. How has that transition been so far?
I think it's been great. I think it's been a very comfortable transition. I really like it. I really like the city. I really like the team. Great locker room. You know what I mean? And it's been fun.
Now, you're a Florida guy. You're from Miami.
Yeah, so it's closer to home for me.
It's kind of down the road a little bit. South Florida is a little different than North Florida, now, mind you. But seeing all the water and the beach and all that, you like the city of Jacksonville. So
definitely. The weather is just everything's more reminiscent of home.
Another fan question for you. Professional trader Fulham asking, have you got any tips for a left tackle playing at a UK university team? The sport of football is growing in the UK a little bit, Ereck. Where would you start with somebody kind of working their way into the sport?
Film. Definitely got to watch film of yourself. You definitely got to watch film of other guys. Pick up different things from different people's games and kind of create your own. Yeah. But like film, definitely you get to see where you go wrong, what you did right, what you need to work on. It's film. It's definitely a huge part of everything.
And you got to be critical of yourself.
So,
go out and see what you did right and wrong.
Yeah.
And having some help and having some more eyeballs on is not a bad thing either. Christopher Skennerton has the next question today. What's the one thing a British person must try for a Thanksgiving meal? I love this question because there's so much good Thanksgiving food.
Okay, so for me it's a little – I have different cultures in my family. So my dad's parents came from Jamaica. So for one thing, from their household, I would say curry goat. I love curry goat.
I don't think I've ever had curry goat.
Yeah. But a traditional, I would say, okay. I mean, stuffing is usually good, and it all depends on which household you go to. But that's one of my personal favorites from the Thanksgivings I've been.
That sounds pretty interesting. Stuffing and some curry goat.
Yeah.
On a Thanksgiving, not bad. And the fried turkey, don't forget that. I don't know if that's a UK thing or not, but it certainly is here in Jacksonville. Anthony Wooten, Love Sport Radio. The next question. How many treats are players officially allowed to eat on Thanksgiving? Are there rules on what you can and can't eat or weigh when you come back? How does that work?
I don't think people are watching what they eat. Me personally, I think it's just people are enjoying their families and loved ones and pretty much just eating whatever's cooked.
Right.
And
now, Josh Scobie, a former kicker, told us a story earlier this week where they used to have a contest to see who would gain the most weight when they came back. I don't know if that's allowed anymore. This was back in the day. That would be quite interesting for sure. Harrison has the next fan question. What's the best experience you've had as a player in the NFL?
The best experience I've had as a player would definitely be making it to the playoffs and playing in my first playoff game. Yeah. Definitely. The energy is different. It's just a different atmosphere in terms of playing the game from regular season to the playoffs. It definitely is a different level.
Now, who'd you play?
We played Green Bay.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, come on. The Packers roll in. Let's go.
At Green Bay.
Yeah.
So it was packed.
Cold, January.
It was a good game, though.
That's always pretty fun to see the G on the helmet on the other side there. Richard O'Brien, what's the hardest stadium you've played in? I'm guessing he's saying the loudest or most raucous environment.
I would definitely go with Minnesota.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if it was because we had either a Monday night or Sunday. It was a primetime game. But, man, I couldn't hear nothing. It was just like talking to me, just could not hear anything. That definitely was one of the hardest.
It's tough. It's tough for the tackles on the outside. You got to go silent count and do all that stuff.
And they're in the
right?
dome, so all the sounds just staying in there. You know what I mean?
Right, that's a struggle, and it can be a struggle this week too. The Buffalo Bills, that place can get loud too in Orchard Park too, so that's something to watch for this week. Anthony Wooten, Love Sport Radio. You'll be leaving the warmth of Florida for the freezing surroundings of Western New York. Does that make a difference in preparation? I mean, you played in New York City for a long time, so you understand the cold weather phenomena there. But what does that do for prep this week? Anything?
I think it's more so mental than anything. But then once you're playing, you warm up, and you got heated benches and heaters, so you find a way to get through it. You know what I mean? It's not the best weather, but it's your job to get through it.
Yeah, and we've seen worse weather in Buffalo. It's supposed to be in the high 40s or mid 40s or so, and maybe some rain. It's not going to snow.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like the teens and
no. It's not going to be that bad this week. We've seen worse there before. They've had to dig out snow and do all that. No, there's none of that.
Okay.
So you look relieved. That's good.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll take the 40s.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get to our final question of today. A question of the week from the JagTag participants, brought to you by LGT Vestra US. JagTag, a simplified version of American football played in schools and community projects around England. This week's question is from Michael O'Connell, 15-year-old from Joseph Swan Academy School in Gateshead. And the question today, having blocked for Saquon Barkley and Leonard Fournette, what are the biggest differences between both players? And it seems like a couple different styles here of running back. What do you know about Saquon, at least the time you spent with him this year?
They're both great players, and I love blocking for both of them. It really makes your job totally, like, a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as far as the differences, they both can. I think they're both, explosive. They both can go for big plays, and they have good vision, and they can both, you know what I mean? So it's hard to say what's different. I just would say that they're both some of the best backs in the league.
And we've seen both can take it to the house from pretty much anywhere on the field.
You know what I mean? Is pick your poison. You know what I mean? Both of them are great.
We saw it week one. Saquon Barkley took one to the house on this Jags team, and then Leonard, of course, in his past has done that too. Yeah. So, hey, thanks for your time, man. Thanks for coming in. Have a great holiday, and let's get a W in Buffalo this week. How about it, man?
Thanks for having me.
Ereck Flowers, Jaguars left tackle, with us this week on the Lycamobile Jaguars Jam.